Okay.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello and welcome. Welcome. Getting feedback from you, Lauren. Okay, great. Welcome everybody to another episode of Jeff's Place here, broadcasting from Stamford, Connecticut. And today we have Songwriters in the round. Jeff will be joining us shortly. I'm going to take his spot for a minute and fill his shoes. They're big on me, but I am going to try to fill them a little bit. But today we have Abby from Abby, introduce yourself. Where are you from?
Hi.
If the folks don't know.
Sure. I'm actually from Louisville, Kentucky, where I was raised, but I currently reside and have for a long while in Seattle, Washington.
Awesome. That is awesome. And Mr. Murphy is coming from the province of Canada, correct?
The country of Canada. Yeah.
Country. I'm sorry. I don't know my geography. I failed that subject.
Man, up here we learned all the states. I mean, it's such a one-way street. I'll
tell you, it's a shame.
Yeah, I'm in Toronto, and originally from London, Ontario, which is about 2 hours west of here. But yeah, that's
cool.
me.
Cool. And today we'll be doing Songwriters in the Round, and I'm going to hand the mic to you, and you two can do 4 songs each. You can do in the round. In the round, the boss is yelling at me in the round. And so it's going to be tempting's going to start it off because Abby voted on that. Fair enough. So I'm going to get out of the way, Mr. Murphy, and I'm going to hand the stage to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Harry. Yes, it's my musical name is Tempting Murphy, and my real name is Neil. There's a long story to why I go by Tempting Murphy, but I'm not going to bore you with it today. But it's to do with Murphy's Law, and that we're almost continually tempting Murphy's Law, and hopefully not getting too much of a dose of it. But I'd like to start off today with it's a brand new tune, and it's a little bit of I guess it's a little bit of a love song, but interestingly enough, it's called Obstacles. Not quite sure what that means, but here we go. I stand by you, and I always will, forever and a day, always until, despite obstacles in our way, we were strong, come what may. Sharing a dream was the first step. The stars aligned when we first met. Despite obstacles in our way, we were strong, come what may. And I swear you caught me unaware. I'm so glad to realize what we had. And I was on my way, could not see the trail. Ah, you freed me from beyond the pale. Despite obstacles in our way. We'll be strong, come what may. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow. That was that, Mr. Murphy. Have we heard that before?
No, that one's about 2 days old.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh, thank you. And
That is so nice. We were just really enjoying that over here.
that's why my little stumble in there, I forgave myself instantly.
No, you're absolutely forgiven. That was a treat. Thank you so much for debuting that here.
Oh, my pleasure.
I had to interrupt for that one, but
Oh, no,
it's,
no
all right.
worries.
I'll leave you guys alone. I'm sorry.
So is it over? Is it over to Abby now?
It's
I
over.
know.
Yes. We'll go
Okay.
back over to Abby. We'll go back and forth that way.
I think that's the best way to do it. Great.
That's right.
And I get to rest.
That's it. Well, thank you. And thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Oops. You know what? Let me make you a co-host.
I tried
So-
to, I don't know if you saw me, Tempting Murphy. That was beautiful.
All right. So there you go. I'm going to give you co-host ability, so that won't happen again.
No worries. No worries. That was a beautiful way to start the day. And I think it's very brave when a person plays a song for viewing ears 2 days after they wrote it. So I don't know if I do that. I'm going to play a song I didn't just write. It's called My Foolish Heart. It happens when I least expect. How hard I try, I can't forget that moment when I first laid ears on you. Time it flies, minds connect. Friendship game gets so intense. Feelings they go too immense for anyone to take a breath. And now you're gone. Here I am back where I started from. It's hard for me to tell you why I pretend my life is doing okay. I'm on the mend. The smile that you see is merely covering emptiness. Looking for a sign that I can depend on saving me from mistakes I keep making. I didn't, 'cause my foolish heart fell in love again. It's hard to keep my head on straight. Impossible to concentrate. Anger masks my mind from calmness that you stole. Breathing in your faults, I think I've drowned. You turned my insides upside down. I'm left with nothing but the sounds of him, but just that fate. Nothing, I pushed you away. Can't deal with heartache any other way. It's hard for me to tell you why I pretend my life is doing okay. I'm on the mend. The smile that you see is merely covering emptiness. Looking for a sign that I can depend on saving me from mistakes I keep making. A dead end, 'cause my foolish heart fell in love again. You tell me sadness don't look good on me. I only wanna fall asleep and wake up seeing good that's right in front of me. You're drowning sorrows is my expertise. Keep looking for that missing piece. Seems hopeless after finishing a masterpiece. Oh, it's hard for me to tell you why I pretend my life is doing okay. I'm on the mend. The smile that you see is merely covering emptiness, looking for a sign that I can depend on saving me from mistakes I keep making. A dead end 'cause my foolish heart is fell in love. Fell in love again.
Oh, nice, Abby.
Thank you.
Oh, I think we're doing. We're setting a mellow tone today. Now it's time for my AC/DC number. No, I don't think so.
Nice. Little Back in Black.
What was the song? I used to play it on the band guitar. I don't have it anymore, but a guitar strung like a banjo was a lot of fun. So I really rocked out on that. But
Fun.
yeah, I find as the years go by, the songs get mellower, or a higher percentage of the songs.
That makes sense.
I don't know if it's connected, but when I was young, I loved horror movies. I love especially the old Universal movies and Dracula and all that. And last time I went to a horror movie was probably like 10 years ago. I was terrified. I used to laugh at everything, and now as you get older, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just the getting older kind of thing.
Or they're just really getting more twisted.
Yeah, there was a certain low budget class to those ones back in the 30s and 40s. I'm not that old, but they were being shown on late night Saturday night TV, and I enjoyed them a lot.
That's awesome.
Speaking of passage of time, I guess it's worth bringing up Christine McVie and her passing yesterday. And boy, that makes you feel old. You're like, she's 70. She was 79. You know, what a great musician. What a great band. And I'm a big Lindsey Buckingham fan. I've always thought his guitar playing, his songwriting, his singing. And I don't know why they kicked him out of the band, but they did. And anyway, I'm getting off. Sometimes people call me Dr. Tangent because I start talking about one thing. Back to the music. My next song is another new one. We'll play a couple of older ones later. This was called Standing Side by Side. And the idea behind this one, it's kind of got wears two hats. In the verses, it's all doom and gloom because you turn on the news these days and there's not a lot of good news flowing around. You have to kind of look for it. But despite all that, the idea behind the song, it could be a love song, could be just that you're standing side by side with fellow protesters too. It's kind of, I've kind of left it open, and it's called Standing Side by Side. Enough talk, Mio. Let's go. These days of doom and gloom, for optimism there's not much room. Bad news, worse news, it's all going to hell. Try to keep smiling, but that's a hard sell. Well, there's one thing that's true. I get to stand side by side with you. Seems there's battles every day. Around the world, the skies are slate gray. Oligarchs, monarchs, global depression. The name of the game seems to be constant oppression. But there's one thing that's true, and I get to stand side by side with you, standing side by side, face the shifting tide, shoulder to shoulder to the end, sharing the loads, weary traveling those roads, waiting for each new day to begin. Sick of the waves of intolerance and the tsunamis of ignorance. My way, the highway, seems to be the odor of the day. Well, there's one thing that's true. I get to stand side by side with you. Oh, standing side by side, facing the shifting tide, shoulder to shoulder to the wind, sharing the loads, weary traveling those roads, waiting for each new day to begin. Standing side by side, standing side by side, standing side by side. Thank you.
Beautiful. I love the unexpected turn of that song a lot. You know,
Is it refreshing? Like the turn? That's a really interesting observation, because I wondered about it, whether it was a little too.
No, I
juxtaposed.
loved it because what I thought was kind of going to be a hard song to listen to, just with reality and the climate of the world, it just kind of turned into a love song for me. So I love that very
Oh,
much.
great. So you got the love song vibe, because I was talking to another songwriter and a very good friend of mine, very dear friend. He's actually my producer as well. And when I sort of gave him the elevator pitch about the song, he goes, "Oh, you got to decide: is it going to be romantic, or is it going to be a call to arms?" And I think the romance, because of the melody, kind of that's how you felt it, and maybe it's a little clearer than I thought it was. That's okay. It kind of works both ways too. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just a beautiful it was just a beautiful moment that you how you were going to get through all that. That's all. Like that you weren't alone in all of it. So I
Right.
mean,
And yeah, and
yeah,
as a song, like, we're not, and the idea is that I'm not alone in this situation. We're
right.
all bombarded with this negativity, and it's hard to stay up. It really, I'm a very positive person, and I guess in the courses it's kind of, well, yeah, it's kind of crappy out there, but at least it's still got you, and we can face it together. So
Yeah,
that was yeah, great. Came through, yay!
came through very well. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and just one thing, Lauren's got something to say as well.
Hi, everybody. It's good to see you. Neil, it was a great song. I loved it.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to remind our audience that your information is in the chat, and there's information for Abby and for Neil. And of course, we appreciate any love you can share their way via a tip here and there. It's makes it worth it for them to be here, and we always want them to be here. So that part's really good. And Neil, it's very interesting because Jeff and I were talking the other day. He thought I was crazy, of course, but I asked him to explain to me how you know where the hook of the song is, because you guys talk about it all the time, when, especially during Songwriters in the Round, I hear JD in my head saying, yeah, that hook was awesome. But I'm like, how do you know it's the hook? Like, if you're not the songwriter, is it the part that you remember the most? What is it?
It's like that thing that
That thing
grabs
that
you.
grabs you in. So for some people, is it always, I mean, I don't know how to put it. It's so silly.
No, it's true. It's the part you can't. It's the earworm that you can't get out of your head. And lots of bad songs have hooks, and
that's why they repeat in your head.
That's right. But it's good. I just had one the other. I can't remember what it was, but I had one. I couldn't get it out of my head. But it's that part. And like what Abby said, and I was thrilled that she said it, is that, just when things are getting, in that last song of mine, things getting really depressing, suddenly, boom, there's a turnaround. And
Right.
that instantly suggests hook.
Right, because that's the piece in there.
Right.
I mean, I know, like, the Stains on the Floor. You remember that song that you sing?
Oh yeah, I almost played that one today.
So that it's on my computer. Like, I have little post-it notes, because that was just one of those lines that always caught me. So I guess that those are the hooks.
Yeah, it could be lyrical too, but generally, I think more melodic hooks stick in your brain, and the combination, of course, it's perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the education. It's good, always good to know more. All right, Abby, you're up, lady.
Awesome. Yeah, I love talking songwriting, so feel free, Neil, anytime. My next song I'm going to play. I was going to play the song I'm going to play next. You kind of follow the vibe of the song before you, but I'm not. I'm going to stick to my order. The song. Oh, I better do this while I talk. Sorry. The song I started writing. I was in a hospital waiting room, waiting for a surgery of someone, a loved one, and everything turned out fine. But at the time when I started writing it, I mean, you go in hearing, oh, it's going to be fine and it's all going to be good. But, we've all watched TV documentaries and movies and reality, and we know how things can turn out. So I started writing the song because what else was I supposed to do? And you'll hear in the song, in the first verse, you'll understand that where I'm at. But, after the first verse, I said to myself, I can't finish the song. I just can't. Like, I'm not really a superstitious person, but I was like, I just can't do it. So fast forward, I then put out on the social media world and my friends, I said, I asked everybody a question. I said, what are things you wait for? And then I was able to finish the song. So the song is called The Waiting Game. Glasses off, though. Waiting around, echoes and sounds, a room full of fear and concern. Pain that was bad, just a launching pad to bigger problems than you thought you had. Wait for the right time, your turn in line. The water to boil or retire. The hammer to fall, your finest hour. Right words with significant power. Waiting for the day that shows you the way. Waiting for hope you wish would show up. Wait for a sign that never came and resigned to. Waiting for a time I won't be waiting anymore. Wait and see, fix that knee, or to see when the other shoe drops. Wait for a friend, hate, fear to end, time invested till the bitter end. Wait for the bus, your kids to grow up and to finally make up your mind. Inspiration to hit, perfect time to quit, or a true love found, gonna drift. Waiting for the day up. Wait for a sign that ever came and resigned to. Waiting for a time I won't be waiting anymore. Wait lists we cope with disrupt our daily flow. Always waiting for the punchline feels like waiting for Godot. Waiting for the day that shows you the way. Waiting for hope you wish would show up. Wait for a sign that never came and resigned to. Waiting for a time I won't be waiting. Waiting for a time I won't be waiting anymore.
Yay. Wow.
Nice.
I love that whistling in there. I think that's my new theme song. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome. The whistling is great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it certainly fits the tone of the song. You know, like it's one of the things you can do while you're waiting.
Yeah.
It's whistling.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, that's a great song. What was the name of that again, Abby? The waiting song?
Waiting game.
Waiting Game. I wrote a song many years ago just called Waiting. It was but I really like that one. That was really, really good.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it's back to me.
Oh, hold on a second. We have someone in the audience. Oh, it's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Oh, hi. Yes. Sorry, I was tied up literally, but I'm happy to be back here.
Whoa.
Well, that's what those ropes were for in the other room. Oh, geez.
Oh, shush. Happy to be here. I'm listening.
Well,
Never
welcome, Jeff. We're happy to have you.
And never the twain shall meet, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got to behave ourselves. Jeff's in the building now. So, I just realized that with my three songs, I've gone from really, really kind of sad to the happy sad of the last song. And this one, I think I'm to the almost fully happy mode. So you have to wait to see what the fourth one will be like. It's the oldest song of my little set today, and or my contribution, and it's one that I stopped playing. I wrote it in just about almost 30 years ago, and I wrote it about my daughter who was a teenager at the time, and kind of facing the fact that she was about to become, out of the nest and into the world, and with all the realizing she's facing all the problems that we all have, but you're witnessing it from a different vantage point. Anyway, that was the idea, and I just the last couple of years, maybe even last year, I've come back to playing it. I really enjoy it. It's called Marvelous Child, and I have played it on Jeff's Place before, about a year ago, I think. Okay, here we go. See if I can remember it. That would be good. Yeah. Marvelous Child. There once was a marvelous child, oh so confident and wild. It was a long time ago, you know it. It's funny what the world does to you, what kind of trials you just get put through. And it seems like it happens, every day. But I know you, and I know it's true. I know that you're still the same. Ain't it funny, how it goes, how it seems that everybody knows, and you can't seem to do a damn thing about it. Well, the devil may care attitude and grace, and you're flying light from place to place, and time changes it all, don't doubt it. I know you, and I know it's true. I know that you're still the same. Ain't it funny? Ain't it strange? How far a personality can range. Changes come and changes go. My head spins constantly, you know. And how will I ever let you go? Get down. What's gone is gone, or so they say, and why can't it be a different way? And don't leave childhood behind like a train leaving a station. I know you, and I know it's true. I know that you're still the same. There once was a marvelous child, oh so confident and wild. That was a long time ago. You know it. Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. Oh, marvelous child. Marvelous child.
Wow, that was amazing. Loved it. That was so, wow. That was great.
That was a really good song.
Yes. Wow.
And I bet it took you back that 30 years, Mr. Murphy.
Gotta stay young somehow. That's
Yeah,
the only thing
wow,
that's
that-
working. It's music.
Ooh.
Well, let me ask you, when your daughter was a teenager, did you think you were going to survive that or not?
Oh, almost every stage of your life, there's such huge challenges thrown your way, and she's going through her own challenges now as a middle-aged adult now, and but it's still about family, love, support, and getting it through it, and trying to have the best life you can.
True that. Well, thank you for that lovely song.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, Neil, I loved it. And as a parent myself, I just kind of went through that for the first time a year ago. And when my first left home, I mean, it's just, it hits you straight in the heart. The song I wrote was very different. Yours had more of an upbeat feel to it. I don't know. I really enjoyed it very much, and I don't think that feeling ever really goes away.
No, that whole idea of the child is an adult, but it's still a child. She's still, or he is still a child to you, and yet they're not. It's that whole ambiguity. It's that whole, and they're both right. And if you wrote a sad song with the same basic topic, I mean, that's totally valid.
Yeah.
And this one, it just seemed to come out that to try to celebrate the beauty through all the struggles, and that's how it came.
I loved it. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Certainly an important topic to address, because so many people do. All right, I'm going to sing a song. So the first two songs that I played were older. They're not that old, but they were on my last record that I put out about 6 months before the pandemic. And then, oh no, this next song I'm going to play is actually, so during the pandemic, I wrote another record, and that will come out in early next year. But the song I'm going to play is going to sit on the record, even though I've already released it, because I wrote it during, I finished it. Let's just put it that way. I finished it. I think this song took 5 years to finish. When I started writing it, I actually started writing it with somebody, and then it never got finished And it just, it just was one of those songs where I was like, yeah, I don't feel it. So it sat on the shelf for a long time. And then, Neil, as you were saying, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and then, the dreaded, I just call it 2020, the climate of the world and the stress that I lived in on a daily basis. I just kept thinking about this song, and I knew it had to be finished, and I knew it had to, when you finish a song that never made it, it typically means you have to rewrite it. So the essence was there, but then I rewrote it, and I'm gonna play it, and it's called All Good. Built the tallest building, corporations have their way. Turn playgrounds into strip malls, see how much the people pay. Develop high, taunt the skies, birds they'll fly away. Plagues will come, and rivers dry, only thinking for today. Today was someone's best day of all time. Today was someone's nightmare come to life. Today I cried to see if I still could. Tears refused to stream the way I'd hoped they would. I guess that means life's all good. He's looking for compassion as I drive to my new job. The sky's his only shelter while I have a roof I bought. Stolen luck and freedoms just by the color of his skin. Complicit ways I turn my head, that won't make it end. Today was someone's best day of all time. Today was someone's nightmare come to life. Today I cried to see if I still could. But tears refused to stream the way I hoped they would. I guess that means life's all good. Will we rebuild purity or grow numb and concede different to the madness while swallowing deceit? Dreams of when we can dance again, no shoes on our feet. Have we earned this sacred space? So entitled, miss the call, ignoring those a little off, less pain to swallow behind our walls. Try to avoid the truth and problems, and loathing lies that swirl. Watching hate and fear steal freedom from the world. Today was someone's best day of all time. life's all good. I guess my life, I guess my life, I guess that means life's all good.
Wow, that was great. Wow. Wow. That's
Thank
beautiful, Abby. So
Thank
nice.
you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Lots of optimism in there.
You know, it's really interesting because most of the songs I write, they might deal with a really hard situation, but they always have a half full outlook. Honestly, if I analyzed 99% of my songs, that is the outcome. And I don't know. Some songs you just, when you're writing them and at the time you're writing them, you know, you can feel absolute hopelessness. And I don't know. At that time, that was just you know, it's kind of a song that's like, how am I contributing to this problem? Um to the world issues that we were having. So yeah, it's not my happiest, but it's the most important.
Well, I think the other thing that we probably as songwriters have in common is that you know, you're holding on your lap when you've got your guitar in your lap, you're your therapist, and you can go through so many feelings, so many frustrations, love, hate. Well, hopefully not too many hate songs, but like it just I know when I'm having a bad day, if something go, I'm just going to grab the guitar. Usually 15 minutes later, I 180-degree turn in my mood. Even if I haven't written anything, it just really, really feels good. So, and I think that's probably true of most of the arts and people who are artistic, because they have that world they
Yeah.
can control, that
Yeah.
world they can do something about. Whereas it feels like we're all victims of what's going on out there right now. But anyway, man, uh, my last contribution to this afternoon's show is kind of a lullaby. And it's kind of a lullaby to myself, which is really weird when you think about it. Because normally, I remember singing, in turn all my kids to sleep. I would usually my job to do the bath, get them ready for bed, read them a story, and sometimes sing them a song. And I used to do a song by Donovan all the time. And I did it so many times, my daughter grew up thinking that I had written the song. So I feel badly about that. I'm going to have to send Donovan a communication to apologize for masquerading as not deliberately, but I can't remember the song right now. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to play it today. This is my version, and it's and like most of my songs, I think, and what Abby's saying, the optimism creeps in, and this one is for me a lot of the time, like my second song there, love kind of creeps in when you maybe don't expect it. This is called As I Lay in My Bed, and it goes like this. As I lay in my bed, falling in and out of sleep, I think on the day ahead, so many promises to keep, so many chances for me. Try and get it right as I dance so many dances between morning, noon, and night. As I lay in my bed, thinking of the days gone past, lay my head upon the pillow and fall to sleep so fast. One day I'll sleep forever. I'll embrace the release as I lay in my bed, finally at peace. It's where we live a third of our life, where we spend most of every night, falling in and out of dreams, always reaching for the light. And as I lay in my bed, gazing at your sleeping face, I know once again I've found my favorite place. I don't have to sleep to dream, I don't have to look around. With you by my side, such happiness I've found. It's where we live a third of our life, where we spend most of every night, falling in and out of dreams, always reaching for the light. As I lay in my bed, falling in and out of sleep, I think on the day ahead, many promises to keep.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Truly beautiful.
Gosh.
Anybody want a pillow?
Or a tissue.
A tissue. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know. That got, I could feel that one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh,
What a beautiful, beautiful set, Neil.
thank you. What a pleasure. Right back at you. And I haven't heard your last song yet. And a real pleasure to share the virtual stage with you, Abby.
Yes, it was. It was a highlight of the day for, like you said, you pick up the guitar and you share it and you play, and it changes the entire tone of the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
So,
And
wow.
it's drug free. It's pharmaceuticals free.
I know. Don't you wish like you could explain that to people, like how important music is in like healing and being not, I think a lot of people who aren't music people or haven't been exposed to it in their lives on a creative level. I think they think of music as like for when you're feeling happy all the time, or and I think it's so self-therapy. It's like self-therapy, and it's very therapeutic. And I
Absolutely.
think there would be a whole lot more peace, like you said, in your song, if if people embraced some music in their lives. So that
And
was
if not
lovely.
music, visual art or writing, and
Right.
there's
Oh,
other
yeah,
things too. But yeah,
of course, of
Yeah.
course.
you could extend.
Well, it changed my mood today. So that's it's a magical thing. Music is a magical drug. It really is.
Yeah.
And you guys really do a great job at that.
Thank you.
Well, thanks. I'm gonna close the set off with a happy note. A feel good one. And I love to. I'm gonna say that during the pandemic, playing music in this format on a Zoom online, never existed for me. And I will say one of the pandemic highlights and silver linings, I like to call them, was music, because I could connect with musicians I didn't have to attend an event. We could attend our computer screen. And I found it to be a really interesting experience, because I kind of found, as I attended meetings regularly with people that I didn't know, or I met new people, it was a very, I don't know, it was a little more of an intimate space for me. I know we weren't in person, but I can see people's faces and their eyes, and I can, you kind of feel like a voyeur, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. It was just one of these and then when I met people I had only met on Zoom in person, eventually I was like, it just was so, it was, I don't know, you could write a whole song. Actually, I did write a whole song on that. I'm not going to sing it today, but the point of my introduction, I go on tangents too, Neil, is that during the pandemic, in one of the virtual open mics I would attend, there was a new guest that had come because he didn't live in Seattle, and his friend brought him on. And after a couple weeks, every time he played a song, I was like, yeah, I don't know who this is, but he's like, he stood out, and his writing, it was just, it was phenomenal. So I reached out to him in the chat, and I'm like, hey, where can I hear your music? And, but long story short, we started writing music together. And he's my all-time favorite co-writer. We wrote a lot of songs together. And so this is a co-write that I wrote with him. His name is Todd Lawrence, and he lives about 3 hours south of me. So he's not, unreachable. But this song is called, I think this was the first song we wrote, and it's called In Harmony. I'm gonna put my life in harmony. I'm gonna start over. Sorry. I'm gonna put my life in harmony. I can't believe I can't remember the song. I'm gonna weave my minutes on a loop to a carpet for this room, half the dust away with my old broom. Will not sweep it under. You take the third when I take the fifth, and every note with you's a gift. You're the one I wanna live in harmony with. Gonna plant my feet like a tree to a garden of love and melody, and don't be surprised if you should see our roots have grown together. Long as this guitar can stay in time, long as your voice accompanies mine, we'll be together down the line on this side of forever. You take the third when I take the fifth, and every note with you's a gift. You're the one I wanna live in harmony with. When the melody just won't give and the eagles just won't soar, I think about this life we live, I don't worry anymore. I'm gonna put my life in harmony, gonna set my days to melody, and the hours that you sing with me will fill my nights with wonder.
Yes. Wow. Huh. This is beautiful music, Abby. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm sorry I missed part of the show. Sounds like it was an absolutely wonderful day. My goodness. Wow. Harry.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for creating the space.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's thanks to everyone who's here to help make this happen, keep this happen. It's truly honor to co-host and to just be present. Wow.
Hours, right? What a great day! You guys are awesome. You guys should write together. Really awesome, and during the pandemic when we started all this, it was like you said, Abby, just a magical thing. And in the words of one of our artists, we've the little people that live inside of my computer. So
come to life.
they
Yes,
come to life. So, what a
It's
great show,
wonderful.
and thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to both of you and to really all the artists who join us for the shows and to contribute. And it's just music is one of those things that takes us through time, and we figure it out, and it leaves a story. And what's wonderful is that people get to sing each other's stories sometimes too. And there's that. It's just it's a thread that we weave together that brings us together and gives us hope in times when we don't know what else to do. There's the storytelling, the song, the magic, and the presence. And both of you today, let me tell you, it's just magical. I'm grateful to both of you, truly am. And I thank you. I thank Harry. I thank Lauren, and really all the guests and everyone who's here today. Lauren, what's the sort of story for the schedule for the next few shows? Just curious.
Okay, to our awesome audience, let's see. Next Thursday, which is December 8th, we have to cancel our show because the three of us will be on an airplane going to Jamaica.
No, that is true. We're going to be traveling.
So we're doing a tech-oriented thing, and unfortunately, we just don't have the bandwidth to do it from there.
Oh, actually, we don't have an airplane that has bandwidth, that has good broadband, so it'd be hard to host.
Really? I thought you had everything.
Not that. No, we don't have that.
Okay, so there is no Jeff's Place next week on the 8th, and you will get a note about that. The following week,
we are working on a special event, which we would have liked to have confirmed for today. There's a possibility we may be doing something live in Nashville with some friends. The details just haven't been worked out. Well, the details are being worked out. Just can we execute on it? We will most likely be in Nashville that week. So it's just a matter of, can we light up someone's studio and share some magic? We will know closer to the show, but that is a possibility.
And we will be in touch. But we definitely have two shows after that. I'm just checking the dates. Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. I got to look at December. Forgot to turn my calendar.
You're just putting your arm toward the virtual wall. It's really
I am. Okay, but the 22nd and the 29th of December, we have a holiday show and a New Year's show. And yes, we will be here. And everybody who's signed up to be on that will be. We have, I think, at least 8 or 9 artists for each show. We'll probably run a 3-hour show that week. And people will do 3 songs. And it doesn't have to be holiday music. It's just that time of year so we can celebrate and relax. So
wonderful. So we definitely
that is for sure.
I can't believe today is what
December 1st.
How'd that happen?
Like, I don't know.
Wow. See, time doesn't wait for anyone or anything. It just happens, right? So let's make the most of it.
Oh, we do. By being here together, we make the most of it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for making the show happen today, all of you. And we'll be back soon enough. Not next week live. You can always watch us. By the way, the archives are good on YouTube. Just find Pulver Studios. We have lots of shows to watch. It is my listening soundtrack when we travel. When I'm in the car, I actually listen to our past shows. And surprisingly, the audio is wonderful on YouTube these days. And I'm looking forward to listening to this show to catch up on what I missed. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We'll be back soon. Thanks for being part of Jeff's Place.
Thank you guys again so much, all of you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Neil.